Hey, it's Tony from Church on a Block, and I want to talk about a 5-letter word, a 1-syllable word called peace. I think it's an important word, but I think it's a misunderstood word too. You know, sometimes it just seems like any other 5-letter word. You know, it's a 1-syllable word. It seems so hard to actually have, though. You know, it seems elusive, like it's hard to grab a hold of, it's hard to attain. But yet the Bible has a lot to say about peace. It's got a lot to say about this peace that transcends all comprehension, that's bigger than our circumstances, that we all as children of God have the capacity to know and to attain and to live by. But yet it's elusive. Why is it so elusive? So I think I got the answer, or I think I have an important answer, why. I think the key is this. So I think that God has allowed us control over certain things, right? So I control if I go to my closet and if I put on a blue shirt or a green shirt, if I wear a hat or not, if I go to ShopRite or if I go into Acme, right? So there's certain things that God has yielded control over to us. And I think that because of that, we mistakenly think that we have control over all things in our lives. It sort of just happens. It's not, I don't think that we consciously do it. I just think that it just sort of happens that way lots of times. Like, I control if I'm going to go to a Honda dealer, man, and buy a car, or if I'm going to go to a Chevy dealer, and buy a car. And what happens is that gradually we begin to think that we can control any and every situation. And that's where we get in trouble. And that's where this peace, it sort of becomes, it just becomes a word and it becomes elusive to us. So I think that the key is this. I have one word for you. The key to knowing this peace and to living by it, I think it begins and ends with one word. And that word is resign. Resign your position as controller over any and every situation, because it's not our job. It's not in our job description. So what I did was I'm a visual person, so I have to see things lots of times. It makes it easier for me. So what I did was I wrote up a resignation letter, and it sort of goes like this. Job description: the controller of outcomes that I wish to see changed in my life. And then I wrote underneath it, I said, Lord, I hereby resign my job of controller of outcomes that are outside of my control. So, and I signed it and I put a date and everything. So it just reminds me that, I'm not the ultimate controller, and I'm not supposed to be. And I resign my job. I resign that position. So in doing so, I have a greater opportunity, I think, to know this peace that transcends every circumstance, that transcends all of our comprehension, and to live by it. And I think that this could be the key. So I hope that this was encouraging to you, and I hope that you will resign your job position as controller of any and every circumstance to Him who is the ultimate controller of any and every circumstance.